Hello guys, you are welcome to Vyas Classes YouTube channel. Today I am going to describe how to solve English paper. It is the first paper of English series, test series. So I am going to start from the very first question. It is an unseen passage. First of all, you have to read the passage carefully. And the first question is given here कि what is mistaken belief? कि कौन सा ऐसा विश्वास है, मत है, जिसके बारे में यानी गलती मानी जाती है. द आंसर इज हियर. चेक द पैसेज एंड यू विल फाइंड द लास्ट लाइन ऑफ द पैसेज दैट द गेन एंड लॉस बीइंग predestined, there is no necessity of personal effort, is a mistaken belief. One thing note that you have to keep in mind, you have to write the answer in the same tense. Here in question verb is given here, so you have to use is in your answer. Now I take the second question. When do we doubt about impartiality of divine justice? यानी जो दैवीय न्याय है उसके बारे में यानी भेदभाव होता है, हमें इस बात का संदेह कब होता है और कैसे होता है. नाउ हियर रीड द फर्स्ट लाइन of the passage. We often come across situations and incidents which appear quite contradictory the known laws of nature. This is the answer of second question. Now third question. Give an example of phenomena ascribed to the rule of the fate. So here in the passage the line is given here. Winning a jackpot by an adler is an example of phenomena. Now write from the question ascribed to the rule of fate. Fourth question. How is an intelligent person sometimes seen living? कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जो बुद्धिमान व्यक्ति लोग होते हैं उनको भी किस तरह से जीवन यापन करते हुए देखा जा सकता है. सो द लाइन इज गिवन हियर. एन इंटेलिजेंट पर्सन इज समटाइम्स सीन सफरिंग endlessly for want of basic necessities. This is the answer of question number 4th. Now question number 5th is given here. Name a few natural calamities. कुछ प्राकृतिक आपदाओं के नाम आपको बताने हैं. तो in the passage some natural calamities are described here like as famine, epidemics, tornadoes and floods, damaged by lightning and earthquakes and untimely death. These are some natural calamities. Now question number 6 is here. In which category is the financial loss put? आर्थिक जो नुकसान होता है उसको किस कैटेगरी में रखा जाता है, किस कैटेगरी संबंधित होता है. सो द आंसर इज फाइनेंशियल लॉस इज पुट इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ फेट. Now next question here. Find out words from the passage which means. पैसेज में से वो शब्द छांटने हैं जिनका अर्थ या जिनका मतलब निम्नलिखित प्रश्न होते हैं. टू से समथिंग was written or belong to somebody, यानी कुछ कहना जो लिखा गया हो या किसी से संबंधित हो. द करेक्ट आंसर इज ascribe. 8th क्वेश्चन. टू मेक इट मोर डिफिकल्ट फॉर समबडी टू डू, यानी किसी को कार्य करने के लिए यानी उसको और मुश्किल बना देना, मीन्स अवरोध उत्पन्न करना, बाधा उत्पन्न करना. करेक्ट आंसर इज हिंडर. नाउ 9th क्वेश्चन. सिमिलर वर्ड ऑफ कंफ्यूज्ड. कंफ्यूज्ड सिमिलर वर्ड लाइक एज perplexed is given here in the passage. Same way you have to read the second passage and all the answers that are given under the passage you have to find their answers one by one. Like as first question of passage second is here. Of whom was the narrator terrified in his childhood? अब लेखक जो है अपने बचपन में किससे डरता था? तो it is obviously that all the children afraid of darkness and they have the fear of losing. So the answer of this question कि he was terrified of dark and getting lost, यानी उसे अंधेरे से डर लगता था और साथ में खोने से भी डर लगता था. What was there in his room? कमरे में क्या था? कमरे में था ना, there was never total darkness in his room. कमरे में कभी पूर्ण रूप से अंधेरा नहीं होता था. Whose images did the narrator often see at the night? रात्रि को लेखक प्रायः यानी किसकी फोटो या किसकी प्रतिमाएं देखा करता था अंधेरे में? The narrator often saw the images of burglars and monsters at night. What did the narrator see when there was no breeze? जब हवा नहीं चल रही होती थी तब भी लेखक अपने कमरे में क्या देखा करता था? तो he saw curtains move when there was no breeze. हवा भी नहीं चल रही थी, कई बार उसको ऐसा एहसास होता था कि पर्दा जो है ना ये हिल रहा है. और एक ज्यादातर बच्चे इसी बात में गलती करते हैं कि व्हाट डिड द नरेटर सी. हियर क्वेश्चन इज गिवन इन पास्ट इंडेफिनिट टेंस, सो ड्यूरिंग द आंसर यू हैव टू यूज द सेकेंड फॉर्म ऑफ मेन वर्ब, like as instead of see you have to use here saw. He saw curtains. Choose the words from the passage which means continuously, means लगातार. Correct word of similar of this word is constantly. Next question, choose the word from the passage which is opposite to active. Active means सक्रिय होना. सक्रिय का विलोम शब्द होता है निष्क्रिय होना. Still, शांत, स्थिर. Now question number 3. In this question, you will find either advertisement, notice, argument, invitation. Any two things will be given and you have to do only one. Here, in this answer, the student has written a notice about debate contest. In notice, one thing that every student has to remember, first of all, name of the institute or firm which is going to issue the notice, that is always written on the top of the page in capital letters. After that, in the next line, you have to write the notice and just under the notice, write the title of the notice. And between notice and title, you have to write the date at the left side near the margin line. After completing the body of notice, at the left side, you have to write the designation of the person who is issuing the notice. And just above the designation, you have to write the name of the person which is, who has issued the notice. Next question here is given as the advertisement. In advertisement, if there is matrimonial advertisement, then you have to write the age, height, merits, education, all the qualities of person to whom you are going to find, you are going to seeking or find the person. Now question number 4. In this question, you have to write a report. Report is always written in past tense. First of all, you have to write the heading of the report, then just under at right side by name of the person, like as who is reporter or who is issuing the report. And then from the margin line from left side, you have to write the place and date. After that, you have to describe the whole incident which you have witnessed. Now, question number 6 that belongs to section C. Here, two sentences are given and you have to join them by using the words which are given in brackets. The first sentence, first part, the player was happy. He scored the goal. And here, who is given here? So, you have to use who in this sentence as a relative clause here. So, first of all, who is given, who is person here, to remove he from the second sentence. So, Condition of who is, before who there must be person and after who there must be verb. So start like this: the player who scored the goal was happy. Now second question: so this is my friend, Pratik taught him. And you have to use whom in this sentence. So start your sentence from Sudesh. Sudesh, whom Pratik taught, is my friend. Now question number 7th. Combine each set of simple sentences into one sentence as given in the bracket. The doctor is famous. Sumesh visited him. Inside bracket, you have to form complex sentence by joining these two sentences. So, you have to write your answer like this: the doctor whom Sumesh visited is famous. Next question is: he was very weak, he could not run fast. And you have to form compound sentence by joining these two sentences together. In compound sentences, you have to use any conjunctions. So, he was very weak, so he could not run fast. In this sentence, so is used as a conjunction. Now, in the 8th question, you have to use the correct form of phrasal verbs, like is how much is your dash per year. Turn is given here. So, using over with turn, then it becomes turnover, means आपकी वार्षिक आय कितनी है. Where did you put up in Delhi? आप दिल्ली में कहाँ गए या ठहरे. यहाँ पर पुट से आपको बनाना है, तो पुट अप मीन्स होता है रहना, रुकना, स्टे करना, यानी आप दिल्ली में कहाँ रुके. राइट द एप्रोप्रिएट फ्रेजल वर्ब्स in the next sentence, like as a student always the order of his teacher. Carry is given here, so you have to use carry out, means आदेश का पालन करना, obey करना. Student is singular here, so you have to write carries out. Kamlesh very well in English, यानी इंग्लिश में बहुत अच्छे तरीके से उसकी पढ़ाई चल रही है, is getting on. Now question number 10th. It is the scene passage from Flamingo. First of all, you have to write the passage carefully. Now look at the first question. Why do most celebrities hate to be interviewed? The answer is given here. The most celebrities hate to be interviewed because they thought interview as an unwarranted intrusion into their lives. उन लोगों का ऐसा मानना है कि ये उनके जीवन में एक अनावश्यक हस्तक्षेप है, और अथवा फील ऐसा महसूस करते हैं, इट इज समहाउ डिमाइनिसेस देम, कि ये उनको छोटा कर देता है. सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज हियर, व्हाट आर सम ऑफ द पॉजिटिव व्यूज ऑन इंटरव्यूज. साक्षात्कार के बारे में कुछ सकारात्मक यानी जो व्यूज दृष्टिकोण है वो क्या है. तो हियर आंसर इज इंटरव्यू एज बीइंग इन इट्स हाईएस्ट फॉर्म, इट इज अ सोर्स ऑफ ट्रुथ एंड इन इट्स प्रैक्टिस इट इज एन आर्ट. नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज हियर, व्हाट इज थॉट रिगार्डिंग टेकिंग पिक्चर्स ऑफ ए पर्सन इन सम प्रिमिटिव कल्चर्स. प्राचीन संस्कृतियों में यानी फोटो लेने के बारे में लोगों की क्या सोच थी. तो इन सम प्रिमिटिव कल्चर्स इट इज बिलीव्ड, ऐसा विश्वास किया जाता था कि इफ वन टेक्स फोटोग्राफिक पोर्ट्रेट ऑफ समबडी, अगर कोई व्यक्ति किसी का फोटो लेता है, देन वन इज स्टीलिंग दैट पर्सन सोल. तो लोगों का ऐसा मानना था कि वो व्यक्ति उस व्यक्ति की आत्मा को चुरा लेता है जिसकी फोटो ली जाती है. व्हाट इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ जर्नलिज्म. पत्रकारिता के क्षेत्र में यानी उसका इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट क्या है. तो इंटरव्यू इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ जर्नलिज्म. पत्रकारिता के क्षेत्र में साक्षात्कार जो है ना, ये महत्वपूर्ण हिस्सा है. फाइंड द अपोजिट वर्ड फॉर इंक्रीज. इंक्रीज का मतलब होता है कम होना. इन द पैसेज द वर्ड diminishes is given here. So opposite word of increase is according to passage, that is diminishes. Now next question, find out the similar word for creation. क्रिएशन को सृजन करना, आविष्कार करना, खोजना. इन द फर्स्ट लाइन द वर्ड इन्वेंशन इज गिवन हियर, सो द सिमिलर वर्ड ऑफ फॉर क्रिएशन इज इन्वेंशन. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 11th. Here two questions are given here and you have to write the answers of these questions in 80 words and you have to do only one out of two. Here answer, describe the role of Subbu in Gemini Studio. Gemini Studio में सुब्बू का रोल क्या है? तो सुब्बू was considered number 2 in the Gemini Studio. His name was in story department, but he suggested a number of ways to shoot a scene. He was tailor-made for films. He was multi-face personality. When the producer did not know how to shoot a scene, Subbu would come out with 4 ways. If the producer had any doubts, he would come out with more methods. Subbu was a perfect person for making films. He was also a good actor. He never despised for lead roles, but he always performs better than main players. Now next question is question number 12th. Here two questions are given from Flamingo and you have to write the answers of each questions in 20 to 30 words each. Why was Moral Rearmament Army welcome at the studio? स्टूडियो में जो मोरल रिआर्मामेंट आर्मी थी उसका स्वागत क्यों किया गया? द आंसर इज द मोरल रिआर्मामेंट आर्मी, शॉर्ट फॉर्म MRA इज गिवन हियर, was a kind of counter movement to international communism. ये एक अंतरराष्ट्रीय साम्यवाद के विरोध का अभियान था. The people in those days were averse to the term communism. Studios employees did not like communism. That is why MRA was welcomed at the studio. इसीलिए MRA का स्वागत स्टूडियो में किया गया था. Why did Sophie rebel when Job told her father that she had met Danny Casey? जब जॉब ने अपने पिता को बताया कि सॉफी डैनी कैसी से मिली थी तो वो जहां बैठी थी वहां पे क्यों छटपटाने लगी? When Job, answer is here, when Job told his father that Sophie had met Danny Casey, जब जॉब ने पिताजी को बताया कि सॉफी डैनी कैसी से मिली थी, शी रिगल्ड एट द पोजीशन शी वाज सिटिंग एट द टेबल, जहां मेज के पास बैठी थी तो वहां वो छटपटाने लगी. टू अवॉइड द एंगर ऑफ हर फादर, अपने पिता के क्रोध से बचने के लिए, हर फादर न्यू दैट शी वाज टेलिंग अ लाई, उसके पिताजी जानते थे कि वो झूठ बोल रही है. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 13. हियर टू स्टैंजास आर डिफरेंट पोएट्रीज गिवन हियर. You have to explain with reference to the context of one stanza. Here I am taking the second stanza. And Jennifer's tigers prance across the screen, bright topaz, denizens of world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. First of all, you have to write the first word and then last word in the answer. At the left side write an heading reference. In reference you have to write the name of the poet and name of the poetry. So in reference you have to write these lines have been taken from poem and Jennifer's Tigers composed by Adrienne Rich. In context you have to write what is described in this poem. The poet here gives a living description of tigers embroidered by Aunt Jennifer in a natural setting on a panel. Now explanation. The poet describes the tigers that are created in embroidery on a cloth panel. These magnificent beasts seem to walk proudly across the panel with a powerful step. They confidently and bravely. Here two questions are given from poetry portion and you have to write the answer of any one question in about 80 words. The question is given here, what is the attitude of city dwellers towards the rural people? How does the poet criticize it? शहरी लोगों का ग्रामीण लोगों के प्रति क्या दृष्टिकोण होता है, कैसा दृष्टिकोण होता है और कवि इसकी आलोचना किस प्रकार से करता है? The answer is like this. The city dwellers passed by the roadside stall all day on the busy road, but they hardly notice it. They do not seem to care about the trouble of these villagers. Most have gone through the extent that shed with their little resources. They do not care for the fresh farm produce on the sale at the stall. If someone does stop, it is not to buy anything from the stall. This shows their complete indifference towards the villagers and their selfish, insensitive attitude towards these hard-working yet poor people. Now, question number 15. Here, two questions are given here from the poetry portion, and you have to write the answers of these questions in about 20 to 30 words each. What was the plea of the folk who had put up the roadside stand? The answer is here. The roadside stand folk pleaded pathetically to the motorists to stop at their roadside stand. They wanted them to buy something from them so that they might earn money for their better livelihood. Second question. What is suggested by the image massive weight of uncle's wedding band? The answer is like this. The image massive weight of uncle's wedding band suggested Aunt Jennifer's heavy responsibilities of her married life. Aunt Jennifer's hands are frail and weak and overburdened by the responsibilities of her married life. After marriage, she has had no will of her own. Now, question number 16. These two questions are taken from the Vistas book and you have to write the answer of any one question in about 80 words. What change did Mr. Lamb bring in Derry's attitude towards life? The answer is Derry had an acid burnt face. Before meeting with Mr. Lamb, Derry did not like to talk people. He thought that they would make fun of him. But when he met Mr. Lamb, then he inspired and encouraged him and he told him to meet with people and talk with them. Thus, Mr. Lamb changed Derry's attitude towards life. Now, question number 17. These two questions are taken from Vista's book and you have to write the answers of these questions in about 20 to 30 words. First question is, what advice did Annan offer Bama? Bama was younger sister of Annan. Annan advised her to study hard and to build a high and respected personality in the society. And Bama did so and she got the first rank in her class. Now question number 2. What is it that draws Derry towards Mr. Lamb in spite of himself? The answer is Derry has an acid burnt face and inferiority complex. Mr. Lamb has lost his one leg in bomb blast. But he is an open-hearted person. He is an optimistic man. He does not have any inferiority complex. He loves to talk with the people. These good qualities of Mr. Lamb draws Derry towards him. Now question number 18. Choose the correct alternative. Here 4 options are given in every question. You have to choose the correct one from A, B, C or D. Question first. Derry was a young boy of 13 year, 14 year, 15 year, 16 year. The correct answer according to book is B, 14 years. Question number second. Derry was suffering from, Derry पीड़ित था, सुपीरियर कॉम्प्लेक्स, inferior complex, fever, corona. Correct answer is B, inferior complex according to book. Question number third. Mr. Lamb gave an example of flower and option A, weed, option B, thorn, option C, root, option D, buds. The correct answer is A, a weed. Question number 4. Mr. Lamb was an optimistic man, B, a pessimistic man, C, a naughty man, D, a cruel man. The correct answer is an optimistic man, option A. Question number 5. The street kids call Mr. Lamb, गली के बच्चे लैम को क्या कह के बुलाते थे? अंकल लैम, क्रूअल लैम, लैमी लैम, स्वीट लैम. द करेक्ट आंसर इज सी, लैमी लैम. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. डैश हैड एन अगली फेस. किसका बदसूरत चेहरा था? डैनी, जियोफ, लैम, डेरी. करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज डी, डेरी. Okay, now it was the solution of the first paper of test series English compulsory class 12. I hope that you have paid attention and in future you will not make mistakes. Sometimes I find many silly mistakes like as verse mistakes, structure of the sentence. So there are few points then you have to keep in mind. Suppose your question is given in simple present, means do or does is used in your question, then you have to answer in the same test. If do is given in the question, then you have to use the first form of the main verb after subject in your answer. Second, if does is used in your question, then you have to use s or es with the verb in your answer. If did is given in your question, then during the answer you have to use the second form of the main verb. Except these three verbs, if the other auxiliaries are used like as can, may, might, must, will, shall, could, need, then you have to use the same auxiliaries during the answer. I hope that you will keep these points in your mind during your board examination. All the best. Thank you.